Hello, welcome to Wilmore, Kentucky. We find ourselves here in the heart of the Bluegrass for a great new tournament this weekend. It's been going on for a few years, but tonight's going to be a little bit different edition of that. The men's and women's games are all put together. Just want to introduce myself. I am Aaron Bond. Next to me is the wonderful Sam Hack, who's amazing.
Thank you, Aaron.
I'm just going to say, it's a pleasure to have you here with us.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Great. What are some things you're looking forward to, maybe not just this game, but throughout the entire weekend?
You know, it's very interesting to watch the Eagles. The girls have been playing really tough this season. They just came back from playing 7 games away from school, so that's very interesting to see how they come back and play here. I'm really interested to see number 1, Callie Gorby. She's a junior class, one of our guards on our team, and she's from Litchfield, Kentucky, which is a very small town. She came from Grayson County High School, so I'm really interested to see how she plays tonight.
Well, that's incredible. Yeah, as you say, right now she's the assist leader for the team, holding down about 2 a game. Quite a good effort, spreads it around, does a good job. And she's part of that upperclassman leadership. As you mentioned before, she's a junior, and definitely whenever there's a play going on, she's the one that has a finger in the pie. Also, as this lineup goes, Katie Flesher, she's number 22. Right now, she leads the team in points per game, about 14.4. And a lot of big expectations on her, especially coming forth for this season.
I'm also interested to see Kylie Whiteside. Her height impresses me, and I think for her being a sophomore, she is 6 feet 1 inch, which is pretty great. That's an advantage for our team right there. She is from Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, another small town.
Exactly. Now, I don't even know where Lawrenceburg is in Kentucky.
If it's to my understanding, that is in Anderson County.
Oh, man, look at you. It's impressive. You got a whole map of the entire state laid out for yourself. As you mentioned, she's 6'1". Definitely helps with the height advantage on the inside, getting the rebounds, getting the putbacks. But tonight she's going to have a little bit of pushback on the other side of the court because she's not only the only person left now that's above 6 foot on the other side for Tennessee Temple. There's Jessica Kirby. She's a 6'2". She's checking in tonight, so maybe there's going to be some good battles underneath, something to look forward to. Now, as we move forward into this, the first day of this entire weekend of tournament, this is the Zweifel Pritchett Classic, going on for quite a few years.
Yes, Aaron, this is the 19th annual Classic for Asbury that will host it, and it honors the late Cecil Zweifel and the late Rita Pritchett, who influenced persons in the founding and development of Asbury athletes.
Absolutely. They had such a great hand in that. Definitely did a great job starting us out, starting this whole university into intercollegiate athletics. And the one thing to remember with them is coming up tomorrow night at halftime, there's going to be a celebration for the 1967 Asbury basketball team, who was actually the very first one to do intercollegiate sports here at the university. They're going to be honored during the men's game tomorrow night at halftime. So if you want to come out and cheer them on, that was a fun fact that you got a chance to talk to a couple of the assistant coaches. That's how I found out about these great things before the game.
That's great. I think everybody should come out and support not only Asbury, but just the Wilmore town in general.
Absolutely. So a lot to look forward to, especially on the other side of the court, is Tennessee Temple. They're coming out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, which is not exactly what you think of when you think of basketball, but there is quite a bit going on there. And so far on the season, they've been pretty even overall in their conference. They haven't had conference play, but just the teams around their same level. They're about 3-3 coming into this matchup. Is there anything you're really expecting out of them or something to watch for them this evening?
You know, I'm really interested to see how they play against our girls tonight. Right now, they're warming up, and I've been watching them. And number 24, who is Bree Smith, she's a junior. She's a guard, and her height is 5'5". She is from Tennessee, and she is from Warren County High School. So I'm interested to see how she does tonight.
Absolutely. Tons to look forward to. Especially on both sides of the ball. I have to see down low, you got 2 good, strong matchups on the inside. You have also one thing that's going to be helping out Tennessee is their strong upperclassmen. They have 2 seniors that are going to be starting and 3 juniors. It's quite a good number, especially when you compare that and contrast that to the very few number of starting seniors, if any, on Asbury's side of the ball. Wonder, is that something in your experience that kind of that senior leadership really makes a difference at this level, or is this just kind of early season? It doesn't really change too much.
Well, it is early season, but I feel like it also having upperclassmen on your team does help because they have that extra experience compared to the lower classmen. The seniors are on the opposing team is number 3, Kristen Fowler, who is from Florida. And then we have number 10, Amanda Rector, who is a senior also. And she is from Dalton, Georgia. University of North Georgia.
Exactly. There's quite a lot of potential coming in here from high schools, mid-majors, and also some smaller university transfers over. I want to take a second and just shift gears into the new head coach. This is his first full season at the helm, Jason Price. But you might recognize that name from a few years ago. He actually set and currently holds the Asbury men's basketball all-time scoring championship title. And he's got some big shoes to fill. These past 2 seasons, Asbury's had over 20 wins each season, something to really contemplate. So as far as he's concerned, do you think he's stressed about this upcoming season? Do you think that's something you think about as a first-year head coach, big shoes like that?
Well, I mean, there's always big shoes to fill, but I feel like as the season goes on, he's going to get to know his team better, and that he'll develop that relationship with his girls to get them where they need to be at, and to get them on to the right track of where they need to be at.
That is great. We got about just a few minutes until tip-off, and then we're going to take care of all that sort of business just a few moments away. Going to run down some of the starters for you this evening. For Asbury, number 1, Kylie Gorby, as we mentioned before. 2, Savannah Taylor coming in as a forward. Brittany Warren, 20. Number 21, Kaylee Whiteside. And Kaylee Fletcher coming in at number 22. Also, the rundown on the other side of the ball, if you want to give the shout out for that one.
Yes, number 3, Kristen Fowler will be starting. Number 10, Amanda Rector. Number 11, Christina Pumpier. 21, Christina Purvis. And 25, Angel Foster.
Absolutely. And as we did mention, if you wanted to check this game out, well, by all means, you definitely can. We have the live streaming going through the Asbury Athletics link. And if you have some commentary about the game that you would like to share with either of us down here on the court, please feel free to hit me up personally on Twitter. That is at AceBohn. That's ACEBOHN. I'd like to hear what your thoughts are so far on the game. And turn back to you. What would you think the real outlook for this game is? If you're going to make a prediction up front here based on what you've seen on the early stats, what kind of game is going to play out in front of you?
Well, my goal was be for Asbury to win. But, I think it's going to be a pretty good game tonight.
A lot of stuff to look forward to. I think just based on the records alone, it does tend to happen to be a slight home field advantage here for Asbury. But stranger things have definitely happened. Seeing the smaller squad, not just in height, but also in number. Granted, this is a travel squad for Tennessee Temple, but they only have a mere 10 on the roster coming out here, and oppose that to seeming limitless numbers on the other side of the court for Asbury, but that also includes their JV squad. Do you think the real JV squad brings a lot to the table, kind of an early development system for these players?
I do. I think anytime that you get the experience to either on or off the court, just watching the game, you can learn different from other players, not just by being on the court, but you can learn from other team players and watching them and learning from their mistakes too. So it's always good to have your JV team with you along with the varsity team.
And speaking of different levels of competition, a lot of that is included with Asbury. This past week took an exhibition match against Eastern Kentucky University, a larger opponent, kind of a lopsided ending score there, but as you said, like, that's all about the experience you get. That's the experience on a bigger stage. It's something that these girls can really take with them and have with them so they can move forward in a positive direction. We're coming up just a few moments before tip-off here. We're just going to pause for a scene of the national anthem and taking a moment to check in with all the opening stats, and we appreciate you joining us and look forward to a full game with you in tow.
To the Luce Center on the campus of Asbury University for tonight's third game of the annual Zweifel Pritchett Classic. This weekend's Zweifel Pritchett Classic marks the 19th edition of the Classic, named for two people instrumental in the founding and expansion of Asbury Athletics. Cecil Zweifel, considered to be the founding father of Asbury Athletics, developed the athletic and physical education programs here at Asbury. Cecil was also a coach in his time here at Asbury. He coached both soccer and baseball for the Eagles and still stands as the winningest coach in Asbury soccer history with 219 wins. Coach Zweifel passed away just a few short weeks ago. Would you please join me in a moment of silence as we remember the man who was and is so influential in Asbury athletics. Rita Pritchett was a teacher, coach, administrator, mentor, and friend while here at Asbury. She established and coached women's volleyball, softball, tennis, and track and field during her 27-year career at Asbury. She was named Coach of the Year in every sport she coached. Dr. Pritchett was also the first ever woman athletic director at the college or university level in the state of Kentucky and served in that capacity for 10 years starting in 1988. Dr. Pritchett passed away 2 years ago, leaving behind her legacy as one of the most influential people in Asbury athletics. Both Cecil and Rita were selected to the inaugural class of the Asbury Athletics Hall of Fame in 2004. Thank you and enjoy the game. At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats for the invocation and as we honor the men and women of our armed forces with the playing of our national anthem. Today's invocation will be given by Miss Kelly Reinhardt.
Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for this day, and I thank you for bringing both teams here safely tonight. I pray that you would bless this time we have on this basketball court. Thanks for the talents and the abilities to play the game. Pray that we would honor and glorify you in everything we do on the court and everything we say. We love you, and it's in your name we pray. Amen. Now let's meet tonight's starters. First, for the visiting team of Tennessee Temple, number 3, Kirsten Fowler. Number 10, Amanda Rector. Number 11, Christina Pumpier. Number 21, Christina Purvis. And number 25, Angel Foster. The Crusaders are coached by Monique Blanding. And now, the starters for your Asbury University Lady Eagles. A junior from Litchfield, Kentucky, number 1, Kylie Gorby. A sophomore from Harrodsburg, Kentucky, number 2, Savannah Taylor. A sophomore from Science Hill, Kentucky, number 20, Brittany Warren. A sophomore from Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, number 21, Khalil Whiteside. And a junior from Versailles, Kentucky, number 22, Katie Fletcher. Asbury is assisted by Tim Brown and Sarah Yates, and the head coach of the Eagles in his first season is Jason Price.
On the other end of the score, we're going to find ourselves at a full 20-minute as your opening half of action. Teams get lined up to prepare for this one. And there's just always a good energy right before a game, right before it tip-off, where you don't know what's going to happen. Everything's possible. It's all tied up at 0. Anything you're excited for, maybe something you're going to look forward to here?
I am very excited about seeing the tip-off, especially with the height differences in between the two teams.
And there it is, lining up in the center. Whiteside against her counterpart of Foster. And that's the tip going Asbury's way. Kylie Gorby takes it on the far side, brings it up court, top of the key, passes left, Whiteside on point. Kick out to the corner. Back to Gorby, moves left. Hold up, look to the top. Whiteside with the shot, it's good for 2. Now going the other direction. Tennessee on the rough bounce pass just behind her, goes out of bounds. That'll be the first turnover of the game. Ball inbound. Pass back to Taylor. Moves right side. Warren on point.
To 21, Kaylee Whiteside.
Moves it around inside and turned over this time by Asbury, taking the other direction. Long 3, no good from outside, rebounded, and
Number 21, Christina Purvis.
nice call, good job. Jump ball inside. Looks like it's going to remain. Inbound comes to the point.
Another
Long
shot
3.
missed.
I think they're forcing that 3 ball just a bit there.
Yeah, especially early in the game, too.
Exactly, you want to work for your chances, take your time. Good shot from outside, just off the mark. Goes up, put back, no good. And a lot of movement on the floor. Looks like her foot just caught the out-of-bounds line. Going Tennessee the other direction. Inbounded, Fowler taking her options, moves it up court. Picks that on the far side. Through the defense. Open layup, and that's the first points of the game so far.
Number 25, Angel Foster.
Very nice move on the inside for her. Score is tied up with 2 2 minutes gone in the first half. Looks like just a foul on number 3, Kristen Fowler. It's the first team foul on Tennessee. Quick dribble and play in underneath.
Shot from Savannah Taylor.
Add 2 more to her total. Moved into a full court press now. Tennessee struggling to get it up court. Good cross-court pass. Open 3, rims out. And sloppy rebound spends its time. Quick travel on Rector before she's able to really get some traction going. A lot of early mistakes so far. That coming up court. Warren pass her left to Gorby. Gorby checks her options, dribbles into the lane, spins underneath. That's good left-hander underneath the hoop. Quick up court, left side. In the lane, just punched out of the danger zone by Taylor. Quick inbound.
Here we go.
And after a brief huddle, the teams shake themselves up. That foul will be on number 21, Whiteside. First shot, no good.
Second shot makes it in.
Makes both prepared. Gorby pulls it down court, calls out the play. Whiteside movement. Good, hard move underneath, able to put that one in by Fletcher. And great tip. Ball goes back to Asbury.
Number 2.
Great attempt, and that's going to be a foul underneath on 25, Foster. Savannah Taylor just bursting through that defense. So far, I know it's only been about 3 minutes as we find ourselves at the first time out of the game, but so far, two very different speeds of offense.
Yes, and you know what? I noticed that they're pressing pretty hard, especially at the beginning of the game. It's going to be interesting to see if they still have the energy later on in the game to keep up the defense.
Very much so. As you mentioned, that always takes a lot out of you, especially your starters running this kind of an offense and the defense full court press. A lot to keep track of here. Once again, we want to take a quick thank you for you checking us out online watching this game. And if you want to see this or any other games by Asbury's awesome athletic department, make sure that you go ahead and check out the rest of the AsburyEagles.edu. And free throws upcoming for Savannah Taylor.
First is a miss. And she makes it in the second time.
And there's a full court press brought back again, not even a chance to breathe. Temple works it up court with excellent passing. Takes a tough tumble out of the hands, looks at a three, backs out of it. Right side, underneath, and that one is good by Foster. Up court by Gorby. Moves around the outside, favoring that right hand. Underneath Whiteside, left hand layup just too strong, but gets fouled in the process. That'll be the second foul for Foster.
First shot a miss, bounce off the rim.
So far this season, Whiteside is pulling up on about 600 free throw percentage. See if she can improve on that tonight.
Another miss.
Taylor just gets her right foot on the outline, and now it's going to go the other direction. Number 43, Kelly Reinhardt, checking in for Asbury. And looks like that was the inbounder from Tennessee, number 11, Pumpier, stepping on the line to pass it in. Gives possession, and a great move on the inside for Fletcher. Great angle on that left side. Had a runner, but unable to hit Purvis on the left sideline. Gorby out of the backcourt.
The girls are playing pretty well passing the ball.
Absolutely, a lot of ball movement. Great pass forward, step, but she just took one too many. Pure has been inside open quite a few times so far. Just unlucky with that foot traffic. Gorby calls it out. Taylor on the right side. Ball held at the point. Underneath, strong drive, misses the layup. It's going to go with the line for more free throws. It's Pumpier's first foul. That's the 4th team foul.
Katie Fletcher now at the foul line, free throw. First shot, she makes it in. Katie Fletcher has a 75% on her free throws. Casey now has the ball.
Moves it forward in front. Good shot from the outside for the second 3 of the ball game for Tennessee Temple. Gorby underneath looking for options, goes up, and that'll be another foul.
Gorby is known to have a 69% on her free throws. See if she makes it in.
She's done quite well in the season so far. Did herself some more favors there.
Shot.
Nails the second as well. Quickly down the court, the other direction. Fowler taking control. Sees her options, passes right side to Rector. Back to Fowler. Calls out the pick. Moving at the top. 3 off target, goes to the right side. They get their own rebound, comes back out top. That's Fowler again. Bree Smith on the right side, taking the pass. Moves left. Moving on the inside, crashing, and will get the bucket and 1.
Number 12, Woodard. Now
The free throw's no good. Going the other direction with quite a fury. Lisa Wood on ball, loses it. Going the other direction. Gorby has to choose one or the other, and that is another bucket going to Tennessee's direction. Score now 15-12 in favor of Asbury with 6 minutes gone by in the first half. Nissa Wood on point, passes left side to Gorby. Checks it up, moves inside, kicks to the top. Great punch-out defense by Fowler. Excellent effort.
Gorby throwing in the ball.
Nice high pass. Taylor corrals it, passes to Gorby. Gorby moved behind the back, kicks outside, a wide open 3. No good, but it looked quite impressive. And gonna be a push foul on the rebound. Gonna take a look at that last play. That's a great defensive effort, just going all out for that one. As we mentioned before, Fowler has been all over that point guard spot. Definitely done a great job. Quick inbound for Rector. Brings it all the way down the court herself. Not open on the wing. Shoots it herself. No good. Rebound directly into the hands of Wood. Taken down the other direction. Left side inside, and the lay-in is good as well. 2 points for Warren. Near side, ball underneath. Fowler. Takes it to the left side. Underneath as well. Going right side, just past the defense. Quick dish on the end. No good on the lay-in. Rebounded underneath by Bree Smith.
They are fighting for that ball.
Great punch out from behind. Trailing play by Lewis. And there's Lewis with the put in, and somehow it's a lay-in with a foul as well. Upcoming the free throw. Sub coming into the ball game. Number 11, Bailey Brown, making an appearance.
Lewis has a 50% free throw.
Unlucky with that shot, put back, too strong, and goes out of bounds. Going to stay here, Asbury ball. Underneath, tags out, going back Tennessee's direction. Ball on the top, quick shot, pull-up jumper, no good. Going the other direction. That's around Boy Warren. Takes it, sees a wide open Brown on the corner. Dribbles inside. It's 1-5, Angel Foster. And first shot is good of this to 1-1 now that Asbury is in this single bonus. Taking a commanding 20-12 lead with just under 12 minutes left to go here in the first half. Taken out underneath by Warren. Going around the perimeter, looking for the opening. Splits the defense, just too strong off the glass, and it is going Tennessee's way. Movement. Open on the right side. Pompure. Turns, has the ball stripped out of her hands. Lewis, shot from outside, blocked before it can really do any damage. Just inside the three-point line, that one is good for Warren.
The scoring leaders, Foster with 5 and Fletcher with 6.
Absolutely, looks like all the offense is going to be running through them tonight. Shot from outside, no good, corralled by Brown. And simply just did not see the defense sitting there as Bree Smith says thank you. And not able to convert on the layup. Ball does go out, and Temple is going to take charge underneath of Asbury's hoop. Inbound just goes to the wrong team. Brown takes it the length of the court, lays it in for 2 points. Just a little bit of a miscommunication there by Tennessee. They're going to pay for it. Here comes up the timeout. So based on what you've seen so far, especially on the just overall kind of sloppy play, really, I guess is the best way to put it by Tennessee. Is there anything that really stuck out to you there?
You know, our girls are passing the ball really well, and they're pressing the opponent team a whole lot. So it's going to be interesting to see how Tennessee adapts and see what they do different for the rest of the game.
Absolutely. Coming out of this timeout, you could hope they can improve. And just the three-point percentage on either of these teams has really not been a good thing so far. Asbury only hitting 1 of 8. And on the other end of the court, Tennessee just 0 for 2. That's both teams combined. They're only hitting 1 out of every 10 three-pointers. I think they could really take more time to work it inside, maybe get higher percentage shots moving forward.
You know, they can always have room to improve, but again, I think that comes with practice and experience. So we'll see how things turn out tonight.
Absolutely. Well, this last time out coming out of that one, just looking at ourselves on the clock, 10:42 left to go in the first half. And it's going to be Tennessee ball on their own end. Full court press still in play for Asbury. Brought forward, great pass. Rector in the corner, hands it off. And Purvis takes too many steps. That is the 3rd turnover on a travel so far in the game.
It's interesting because Asbury and Tennessee Temple are even with 4 steals each.
Exactly. It's interesting how many of those turnovers are going to be coming into points later on, and I'm sure that's going to be the difference. Tried to do a ball fake on our own end, but unable to hold the handle. Amanda Rector just lucky that that one was not a quick turnover to Lewis, who was all over her on the defensive side. Inbound Brown. It's to Pumpier. Pumpier, quick shot back. Rector looks corner. Underneath, and that one is good. Foster adds to her total as well.
Asbury leading with 2 turnovers. Tennessee with 0.
You can see how turnovers would definitely affect a ball game like this. A lot of quick up and down the court. Quick change up inside. Somehow Purvis gets that one to go down. Great shot. Fletcher picks up her first foul. That'll be the team 5th. Free throw is good on the and 1. Asbury up by 10. And Gorby just not able to get around the defender before knocking her down. That one's going to go down as a charge. Just take a moment to clean up part of the court there. Inbound to Pumpier. She moves around the right side, looking for space, finds it, up off the glass, no good. Rebounded quickly by Taylor, taking the other direction. Gorby open on the outside, has the ball tipped from three-point land, goes back to Asbury. Pass inside, it goes in. Taylor there for the cleanup duty.
That moves Fletcher up to scoring leader of 8.
Great steal in transition pass. That one goes in easy for Lewis. Strong defensive effort for Asbury with the number of steals they've had. And that one is just slapped back in her face. Collision right at the three-point line. Gorby's going to pick up the foul. It's just a loose jump for it. Gorby's going to get her 2nd foul. Take a quick look at this great defensive effort on the inside. See where the pass goes awry, and just great stand-up by Taylor, not taking any of that in the lane. Free throws upcoming here for Purvis.
And it's in.
First part of the 1-1 is good now that both teams are in the single bonus. second shot drops as well after taking the scenic route. Taking up top. Moving to the right corner, back inside, wide open free throw. She's fouled. Taylor's going to be going to the line. Woodard is going to pick up her first foul, be the team 8th. First shot no good for Taylor.
One shot.
I got 2 on defense, cross out. Just stop, ladies. Shot!
Now we have to remember that Savannah Taylor is from Harrisburg, Kentucky, Mercer County, at the height of 5'11", one of our sophomore class undermen.
She's done great so far today, and I can only look forward to more in the future. Mad scramble for the ball on the floor, picked up and somehow saved along the far sideline, but quickly intercepted at the other end. Warren did a great job to save that ball from going out, but just couldn't do enough to keep the Asbury Eagles on point. Shot from just inside the arc, no good. Rebounded, put back.
Still no good.
Somehow ends up in the hands of Taylor, and now going the other direction again. Mid-court just looks like a giant scrum right now at the end of the rugby session. It's going Tennessee's way. Inside, fade away, no good. Rebound Taylor. Warren's going to slow the pace down after that wild session. Hand off to Brown. Crosses midcourt. Taylor calls out the play. Great 3-shot, misses everything though. Saved by Flynn, but Tennessee's on it. Up court by Rector, taking charge. Kicked into the lane. And that was an easy shot from the free throw line by Purvis. Ball just rebounded right to her. Asbury, 10-point advantage, 31-21 with 6:50 left on the clock. Kick out corner. Off target from outside. Harlan on the defense. Gets tied up. Call a reach in foul that time.
Both even for 7 fouls.
Transition now that we're in the bonus, any kind of foul, even if it wasn't shooting, they're going to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Pumpier returns to the game, gives a breather to Woodard.
Number 22, Katie Fletcher, who is a junior from Versailles, Kentucky.
Free throw for Smith, no good. Good look inside, just a bit too far to reel in. Now it's going to go out off Reinhardt. Crusader ball.
Right now, Asbury's 10 points ahead, which is a pretty good lead.
It's always nice to have the lead, especially going into just a few minutes before halftime. 3-point shot. Nice shot by Purvis there. And we'll get her for a carry. Not something you see quite very often in this day and age, but that one is definitely going to be taken. Ball out along the near side. Just overshoots the receiver and somehow jump ball. Gonna go Asbury's direction with the possession arrow. Timeout called by Asbury. So you have 6 minutes left on the clock. You're down by 7. If you're the coach of Tennessee Temple, what are you telling your troops right now?
Well, right now, I think they need to maybe press a little bit harder for their team. You know, our girls are playing very well, and they're passing the ball, being a team. You know, so I feel like Tennessee needs to bump up their defense.
Exactly. Defense is not something they have shown us so far. They have done excellent at a quick transition offense, getting it inside, having those outside shooters as well, but they kind of lose it when they get to the lane, and you're right, they don't do a good job of keeping the Eagles out of the lane on their own defensive end. I'd like to see what kind of change-ups. Maybe they'll go to a zone here in the last, and man hasn't been working for them so far.
Let's see what Asbury has in store for us.
Working around the top of the key. Fletcher passes out. Fakes a three, takes a step inside the line. Shot no good, but the putback is nothing to worry about as long as Reinhardt is underneath and taking numbers. Move left side. Back to the middle. Underneath.
Three-pointer, she makes it in by number 21, Purvis.
Purvis has been on fire from that outside spot. She seems to be the only one on the floor right now making three-pointers. Warren finally finds her woman, goes right side. Fletcher, flailing free throw, does not go in at all in the layup. Now coming the other direction, Purvis. A little bit of a slower dribble, moves to her right side, pump here on point. Left side underneath, left lay-in, great effort by Bree Smith. Made that one look easy. Great spin move inside, layup, and that is good. Brittany Warren answering back. Pump here, taking her time, moving up court. Finds an open Smith. Crosses court, three-point shot, rims out. Rebounded quickly, and lay-in no good. Gonna be the first foul on Kelly Reinhardt for Asbury. As we take a look at that transition play, it's a lot of quick movement on the inside. It was a great left-handed layup, but just got a little bit of a reach in there. She fell to the ground. That's why she's shooting two.
First ball puts it in.
Purvis has done great so far on free throws.
And Tennessee made a sub with 25, Foster out, number 20, Dukes in. She's a freshman this year. We'll see how she plays.
And second shot is no good either. Quick up-court action, takes her time, sets her feet, no good. Rebounded by Fletcher underneath, and just can't contain it on the rebound as she runs down the sideline, loses it. Tennessee is gonna take over right there.
Dukes that was substituted in is one of our guards. She is at the height of 5 feet and 7 inches. Attempted three-point shot from number 21, made it in from Purvis.
Play returns. Coming up, Taylor sees her option, moves to the left side. Fletcher on ball. Gets a great pick. Driving, gets fouled on the way up. Ellen Dukes gonna pick up her second foul, and that is gonna move Asbury up to 9 fouls. 1 away from double bonus for them, 1 away from double bonus for Tennessee as well. Say with 3:36 remaining, the scoreboard reads 35-33, and that once great 14-point lead for Asbury, now down to 2. She misses the first.
Very quick change for Tennessee Temple.
Absolutely. Whatever the coach said at that timeout has definitely come out and made a big difference right now. Second free throw upcoming.
Our scoring leaders tonight with Purvis is Tennessee Temple of 17. So she's on fire tonight. And then with Asbury's Fletcher for her 8.
And second shot is good for Fletcher. That. Wood comes into the game. Gives Fletcher a break. Inbound still holding on to this full court press. Now they're seeing if it holds up. Looked like an up and down on purpose, but the referee said she never left the ground. Long three-point try outside, no good.
From Rector.
Jump ball inside, gonna stay here. Tennessee takes over with possession arrow. Inbound coming from Rector. Finds it underneath, just slapped out of the hands of Bree Smith, and it's gonna stay with Tennessee. Smith finds an opening. Jump shot up and in. After an entire half of being down there, only within 1 point of the lead. Taylor, right-handed layup, just too strong off the glass. Turned up court by Rector. She looks around, moves inside Foster. And Foster was fouled on the pass. She's gonna go, as this becomes double bonus now. 2 shots guaranteed. 2:51 remaining. Asbury 36, Tennessee 35. And there you can see the reach in as she tried to get that pass across. It was a little hard to see from one angle, but that made it a lot easier. And as much as many people can find fault with the referees, they do have to keep a lot in vision all at one time, so I wanted to say a quick thank you to them. Second shot is no good as well. Rebound goes Reinhardt's way. It's kicked to Warren. She brings it up court. Moves right side, spinning in the lane, sees an opening, takes it. No good off the back of the rim. Rebound, Foster. Brought up court. Pumpier not able to get the handle on it. Diving defense, but finally Tennessee is able to get it out of the backcourt and underneath. Shot goes in for Foster, and with that they have a 1-point lead for the first time tonight. Asbury cross court. Taylor with an open 3 look. Passes it up, steps inside, and she travels. Turns it over again for Asbury. Substitutions coming in.
Number 22 is coming in with Katie Fletcher, and number 5 is taken out, AJ Lewis. We'll see how this turns out with Katie Fletcher being one of our more experienced ball players.
And great steal on the inside, handed off to Wood, and she was able to put it away for 2 and give Asbury the 1-point lead back again, 38-37 with 1:56 to go. Great no-look pass, but unable to come down with it. Gonna turn it over to Asbury's ball. Taylor on the inbound. Right side goes on to Wood. Checks her options, moves outside, hands to Taylor at the 3. No good off the front of the rim. Corralled this time by Fletcher. Outside. Full cross court. 3 in and out. And they're speeding up the pace of this possession. Pumpier on point. Kicks it wide to Smith. She takes a great drive and just flings the ball at the backboard, unable to come down anywhere close to the net. Going the other direction. Taylor, great put in. That was a quick 3-on-1 advantage, and Asbury capitalizes. Goes back up by 3. Puck, you're on point. Just pounding defense by Taylor right now. Rector on ball calling out the play. About 30-second difference between the play clock and the timer. And that pass is swatted back right into our face. Kicked underneath, moves to the free throw line. It is no good. And ball is out of bounds. Asbury takes over. 34 seconds left on the clock.
Looks like Asbury girls are losing a little bit of control over the ball.
Absolutely. After a great start to this half, a lot of struggle keeping up with keeping the ball in their own hands. You look at the turnover numbers right now. Each team has 16 turnovers. Normally you don't have 16 in a game, but both teams are sitting on 16, and it's just before halftime. I'm sure both coaches are going to want to address how to have ball security going in the second half.
Fouls too. The fouls are pretty high up there. Asbury at 10 and Tennessee 10th like 9.
Absolutely. Taking up top on the right side, moving around the perimeter. Trying to hold for a final shot. There's about 3 to 4 second difference between shot clock. Goes underneath and fouled on the lay-in. Mr. Wood's going to be going to the line for 2 shots.
Trying to clean up the floor a little bit there.
And both teams in double bonus now, so.
At the free throw line is Wood. She has a 52% of free throw. See if she makes it. First ball is in. See if she can make the second one. And it's in. That gives Asbury an advantage.
Last possession, just about 14 seconds left on the clock. Tennessee trying to put a statement on the end of this half to make sure that they have some momentum going into halftime. Tries to beat the buzzer and no good. Move forward, and that is your halftime. Quite a lot of action going here on the first part of play. Coming up, we have a special treat on sideline, and that will be our very own Abby Witt with her perspective from the sideline, Asbury's perspective as well of this home crowd advantage. Definitely has a few special guests to have a few moments with. Just wanted to let you know you had 42-37 advantage Asbury's way.
I'm Abby Witt, joined with junior Savannah Taylor. Savannah, how would you assess Asbury's intense defense going up against Tennessee Temple?
A whole bunch of discussed in practice. We press constantly. We're in shape because we press. We just attack. That's how we, keep the game going fast. We like to play fast. So, and they're handling it okay, but I think we can do better on it.
What are you hoping to improve on in the second half?
Probably half court man-to-man defense. They're getting a lot of drives that they shouldn't get, and we can stop it.
Awesome. Thank you, Savannah. Good luck in the second half. Please, at this time, direct your attention to the court for the Asbury University cheerleaders.
All right, we find ourselves here with a special guest, and Abby's not the one that has all the fun on the sidelines. With us right now is CJ Penny. Dude, thank you so much for joining us today, man.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
So tell me, you are kind of legendary. I mean, you've made every all-star team that's ever existed. How does that feel?
It feels great. This is showing that all my hard work that I put in over the years has paid off. And it's just a contribute to my team, my teammates, my coaches. Just another the guys that pushed me to strive to be where I want to be.
Absolutely. You've done quite a bit. You've only had a couple games so far this season, but it's been good. It's been very positive. I mean, you guys have done well. You find yourself at a tournament right now. What does that look like going forward?
We're just trying to finish out the semester on a good note. I mean, right now we're sitting at 7-3, coming off a very tough loss on Tuesday at center. We played a very good first half. The second half we kind of had a mental lapse, and the better team won that night.
That's all right. That's something very mature of you to say. I'm proud of you. You all right with that?
Oh yeah.
Do you feel like Asbury has an advantage, or what do you think those advantages are?
Oh, you talking about for tonight?
For tonight, yes.
Well, we're back at home. It's always better to play at home. You got the home crowd behind you. And the main thing is that we try not to lose at home. So we're going to try to finish out 2-0 this year and, go into the next semester on a positive note.
That's great. That's great.
So if for everyone that's watching at home that you want to tell them, hey, you need to wear my number, if you want to paint your chest or something, what would you want? If you looked up in the crowd and you saw someone that is going to be saying a special message for you painted on their chest or their stomach or something, what would you want that to look like?
I just wanted to have hard work above it. Hard work. We want to outwork everybody night in, night out. So that's what we're going to try to do tonight.
Now, is that one of your themes going into the season? What does the coach tell you on a regular basis really kick you?
Our goal is to outwork everyone. If you outwork everyone, then things that you strive out to do, they'll play themselves out at the end of the night.
Exactly. Now, just something for you personally. How did you end up here at Asbury? Of all the places you could have been, how did you come here?
Well, I went through a situation, coming out of high school where I found myself I ended up at Kentucky State. Didn't really like it, After the first year, I took the first semester off the following year. And Coach Johnson and I are from the same hometown, played for the same high school coach. So, he reached out to me twice, actually. And the second time, it just really sold me. I got here. And it's a family here, Everyone loves each other. We love playing with each other. So that's why I'm here.
Absolutely, absolutely. What got you started into basketball?
Well, not everyone knows that my cousin is Charles Barkley.
Okay.
So when they first told me that, I was 4 years old. And I actually started watching basketball more and more. Got a really big interest. But I really hated it. The first time I played, I was 7, and I absolutely hated it. I was a baseball, football type guy. And my mom just kept pushing me to play basketball. So that's where we're at now.
That worked out well for you, I'd say.
Yes, it did.
So what do you find is your more natural position when you're on the floor?
I'm more of a power forward, like to play my back to the basket, but I can also step out and shoot the 15-footer. But, I just like to do whatever to help my team win at the end of the day.
That's such a diplomatic answer. You've done well for yourself. Now, I got to ask you, man, NBA this season, who's your team and who are you picking for this season?
I'm actually a LeBron guy. LeBron's my man, but
very nice.
It's going to take a little while for them to get going. It's kind of like the situation in Miami the first couple of years, Even though they made it to the finals the first year in Miami, they had some bumps in the road. And it's going to be tough this year in Cleveland, especially, Kyrie having to adjust and not having the ball in his hands as much. But I don't think they'll get it done this year. So I'm going to have to go with the Spurs repeating, honestly.
Spurs repeat, okay. Kawhi Leonard is going to do his damage then.
Kawhi Leonard is a machine, an absolute machine, both defensively and offensively.
All right, so how about you one-on-one with Charles Barkley? Who's going to win?
I'm going to take myself. Got to have a lot of self-confidence, so I got to pull myself out in that one.
And one more, this is a great question from the heart. I got to ask you, do you have a Charles Barkley impression that you can do?
Not really. It's you never know what you're going to get from him.
Fair enough.
He's an absolute character.
For all the little guys that look up to you, what advice would you give for those that are wanting to pursue basketball like yourself?
Well, at a young age, you have to work hard. You have kids that are going to be taller than you, physically stronger than you, and are better than you are at times. So you have to keep working and just know that your time will come where you'll hit your strides, where you grow and your game progresses.
Awesome choice. And it looks like you guys have some pretty tall guys, especially compared to someone like me. you know, I really hope you guys do well tonight.
Thank you very much.
Well, here, just for a special motion, why don't you step up here on this, just so you can be above his eye level. You can finish out an interview, no problem there. CJ, thank you so much for joining us, man. I appreciate it. It's nice to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we got lots more game coming your way. We have a few more things up in the air as we're going to be starting our second half. A few things to keep in mind here is that if you want to check this out or anything else, make sure you check out Asbury's website. It's asburyeagles.edu. If you want to let us know what you thought of the game so far, make sure you hit us up on Twitter. That's at AceBohn, ACEBOHN, if you want to hit us up on that or anything else. Just taking ourselves through a few of the first half highlights here. And what were some things that stuck out to you officially?
You know, the girls are playing pretty well, but I feel like they kind of lost control a little bit there at the end. So I really hope that they'll learn from this experience and be able to gain recontrolment of the ball. Tennessee, they were kind of sloppy at first, but then whenever they went to their timeout, you know, I don't know exactly what the coach said to them, but it seems like they improved a lot.
Exactly.
I mean, they went from a 10-point to a 3-point difference within a few minutes. So it's interesting how one little thing can change everything.
Exactly. As you look at some of the first half stats here on the board, they're really similar as far as a majority of their categories, but the real big thing that's going to stick out is the 3-point field goal percentage moving forward. Neither team is shooting it well, but at least Asbury is getting it to go in occasionally. And you always hear that teams live and die by the 3. Well, that's a perfect example. Asbury started shooting that and did well, got out to that 14-point lead as we mentioned before, but as soon as they stopped making that, that is when Tennessee was able to claw back into this game. We move on into the second half. Is there anything you're looking forward to from these two teams? How do you think they're going to adjust and stack up moving forward?
Well, you know, I'm pretty sure that their coaches are going to, you know, have a discussion with them. But I want to see Asbury press a little bit more, make sure that they don't get sloppy at the end like they did at the other half, the last half. So, and it's going to be interesting to see what Tennessee brings out, especially a lot of them shooting the three-pointers, which I think that they will do again. So we'll see if they have a more pressing on their defense or if that's going to change or not. So I think if they stay on the three-pointers or try to just do free throws, then I think Asbury has a chance.
Absolutely. One other thing that stuck out to me this first half was the number of points that was scored inside as opposed to the number of points outside. Asbury was basically twice as much as far as that goes, and the same as well as the second chance points. They're getting inside, they're not relying on the outside shooting, and they're doing themselves a lot of favors.
Yeah, Asbury is at 28, and Tennessee Temple is at 16. So, again, you know, that's where we see the difference between Asbury and Tennessee, where Asbury likes to go from the inside, and then Tennessee likes to stay on the outside with their three-point shooters, especially from Purvis.
That was a great summary, I have to say. It's very nice to call games with you. It's quite good. You know your stuff, and it's always appreciated here in Wilmore inside of this Luce Center. If you happen to find yourself around the Wilmore area, then please feel free to stop in. We have plenty more basketball second half of action here this evening for the women's game, and then the men are going into action of Asbury as well this evening. And this is just the first part of the entire weekend. We have more games coming your way, a total of 4 more tomorrow, 2 of which are going to be broadcast. So if you want to watch more, that is where you can find it all here online. And you can also show up in person. Going back to what we said before about the 1969 Asbury College basketball team, the very first intercollegiate team, is going to be honored tomorrow in the halftime of the men's game. And we just wanted to say a special thanks to those if they're going to be around right now. There's some in the audience and some coming in to watch the men's game tomorrow night as well. That first season, actually, they only played 2 games. And they won those 2 games against other colleges, so they can claim to be one of the only undefeateds in basketball history. But it's quite a different roster and quite a different look to the teams. Now this is fully established since the more later 70s. And we mentioned, especially with the women's team, they've had 2 back-to-back 20-win seasons these past 2 seasons. First time they've ever been above 20 wins, and then they do it twice in a row. So it's becoming more of a badge of honor for them, something they can look forward to. And as you look at this upcoming schedule, are there any games that really stick out to you, or maybe some tough competition, or as the conference schedule really lines up a bit here?
I am interested in seeing the Midway game and see how they work.
Yes, definitely against Midway. They're another team in the conference. That's something in their KIAC, the Kentucky Athletic Conference, is something that they will have to go against, especially in their South Division of their conference. Some other teams upcoming is Point Park is always a very difficult one, but you have as we look down the roster here, they're going to be in Miami, Florida for a Athlete Meals Classic Invitational. That's going to be on December 29th and 30th. That's in between the Christmas and New Year's break. Give the girls some checks down under. Then we go through a few home games before there's 3 consecutive road games. 1 more at home and then 3 additional on the road, winding up in February with about home and away every other game. And finally rounding out the regular season in February on the 21st here at home against Alice Lloyd College, whom they have had really good success against so far, especially in the volleyball realm as well. Well, the teams have made themselves comfortable since that halftime boundary, and they have come out to warm up. A lot of great moments coming up here of the second half of action.
I just want to throw a quick tidbit out there that the Asbury Eagles, they ranked 3rd in the nation when it came to defense. The opponents shot 20.9% from deep against the Eagles through 7 games.
Exactly. That totally goes along with what we were saying about how they have such a poor 3-point shot from the other end of the court. Just a few moments away from starting the second half of action. Just want to give a quick shout out to the entire production crew here from the Media Communications Department at Asbury University. Thank you very much to each and every one of you bringing this live telecast to your computer screen and television. Inbound coming for Taylor. Gorby coming back in from her first half of semi-benchdom after picking up her 3 fouls there in the first half. And pass inside is tipped out of bounds. Going to change position over to Tennessee's hand. Asbury on point. Gorby on the pass in. Hands to Taylor. Taylor takes it inside, right-hand layup, good off the glass.
She seems to be strong with that right hand.
Absolutely, finds herself space and does well along the baseline as well. Quick rebound, Gorby inside, takes it on the outside. Top of the key, looking in underneath, traveled that time by Whiteside, not able to keep her feet set and can turn it over to Tennessee. There's the return to that full court press that we spoke so much about earlier. Fowler finds an opening, moves it forward. Purvis had an ability to get the ball, but decides to forget it behind. Jump ball. Arrow is in favor of Tennessee.
Again, Asbury and Tennessee Temple are equal on their team fouls of 10 and 10.
And quick layup underneath. The Rector puts 2 more on her total. Gorby guides it down court. Moves right side. Warren. Looks and sees Whiteside, back to Warren. She decides to take it herself inside, kick out flipped away, but somehow ends up in Asbury hands still. Whiteside just outside the paint. Gets her own rebound. The three-shot, no good by Warren. And looks like Savannah Taylor's going to pick up her first foul. The inbound was just out of the reach of Fowler, and it trickles out of bounds. Asbury's going to take over possession with Gorby on the inbound. Taylor. And Gorby takes the handoff, but continues to walk. The ball's going to go back to Tennessee. More mental mistakes.
I think the girls are starting to feel the pressure from Tennessee Technical.
Absolutely. And ball is completely taken out of the hands. Fletcher moves forward. Up to Gorby. He takes a step back. Whiteside with a putback. No good. Whiteside gets her handle on it again. Good lay-in. Whiteside with another rebound. But they're going to call her for the foul instead. And changing out the inbounders. Pompier. Gives it to Fowler. She moves up court to the right side. Purvis on point. Backs out of the lane. Looks for options. Inside for Pompier. And she's good for two inside. It's only 3 points standing between these two teams. 17.5 left on the clock. Taylor inside, gets a quick lay-in. And that'll be 2 more for Asbury. Purvis, unlucky, falls down on the defense for that play. But the inbound goes to Fowler. Moves it up court. Long-range three is short off the rim. Here the right side, Warren. She just goes right past. And not able to make the lay-in, but the foul will go against Fowler. There are free throws upcoming. And that's Fowler's third foul. First of the second half.
Warren only has a 41% of free throw. Let's see if she makes it.
Shot.
She makes it in the second time.
Second shot is good. Inbound coming from Pompier. Moves left side, Rector up, unlucky. Taylor takes the interception. Forward for Gorby, unable to handle it. Moving all the way down the court, and that was a cherry pick, easy lay-in by Foster, who was just waiting for it to get there. Kicked out to the right side, long distance three is good somehow.
22 Fletcher.
That was beautiful effort. I wish I could shoot like that. Quick feed to the right side. And lay-in is good for Rector. Ball brought up by Gorby. She somehow lost her hair tie from the first half, so she's a bit more wild right now than she looked before. Taylor on the defense. Pompier.
Attempted three by number 10. Temple.
And shot outside, no good. Whiteside on the rebound. Taylor just weaving through traffic, lays it up off the glass with the right hand. That's 2 more for Asbury's total. Lead back up to 8 points, 15:40 left to go. All the way down court, intercepted, no. And then another scrum on the ground. Going to be another jump ball. This one favors Asbury. Quite a few subs coming off the bench right now. That was the play you just saw. A great interception almost in the lane by Fletcher. And there's the scrum underneath with a tie-up. It's always good to see how much effort you're willing to put into your ball game when something like that happens.
Asbury right now with the lead.
Lewis Alpine passes right side into the middle. Warren has it just taken out of her hands, going the other direction. Backs out of the lane now. Smith up and good. She is so good at that drive. Ball picked up on the inside by Brown. She looks for options as she comes up court. Finds Reinhardt. Goes back to Taylor. Open underneath. And lay-in is good again by Warren. She's making her bread and butter happen here with that movement. And ball is stolen away, but her foot was out of bounds when she picked it up, so that one is going to remain with Tennessee.
Taylor now the leading leader of points at 13.
Taylor has done a great job. 8 rebounds in addition to that goodness. She has just been all over the court tonight for Asbury. And on the flip side, Purvis has been a real big driving force, 17 points.
Also checking in for the
Substitute for Tennessee, number 20 is out and number 25 is in. Foster is in. We'll see how this plays with her being a freshman.
Quick, directly to the right side of Hunter. Finds the open Foster, just came in off the bench, and she puts 2 of her own right away.
Asbury hollering out commands to each other.
Back along the top, Wood checks her speed, moves to the left side. 3, just being able to rim out there. Brown unlucky from outside. Full court press, still making life difficult for Tennessee. They eventually make it up court. Bump your passes left side. 3 is no good for Purvis. And could have been a blocking foul there. Decides to play on.
Tennessee pressing Asbury.
Quite a bit. You mentioned it at halftime. They need to up their defensive game, and they have done just that. Pass over the top, Pumpier. Passes the ball out, but unable to make any headway. It's going to be a push. Purvis. Tremendous job on offense, picks up her first foul of the evening. There's a bit of a slower pace there, brought out by Brown. Looks like they're willing to try to work some of this clock away to not give Tennessee so much of a chance to get back into the game. Shot outside by Taylor. Open, but it just rims out to the other side. Bunker looks up court, passes the director. Takes a quick jump shot. No good, rebounded. Wood coming the other direction. And she's pushed off the ball. Going to be a foul upcoming. Timeout right now by Tennessee. Asbury on top by 6, 55-49, 13:06 left to go. And we just mentioned this a few moments ago, but you said it completely. They need to up that defensive advantage. They need to get more energy, and that's what they're doing.
And you can see the difference with Asbury. I feel like they're frantically trying to keep control of that ball because Tennessee upped their defense. So we'll see how the rest of the game plays out if Tennessee will keep pressing Asbury and see if Asbury's able to adapt.
And that is something else. You feel like if you have the lead, you don't need to change anything. But you mentioned it. You need to adapt. You always need to be evolving. You need to do something new. You can just see the intensity right now in that coach's face. He was Jason Price, Coach Price there. He's excited to be here, and he does not want his girls to let up intensity at all. Inbound upcoming. Brown on the near side. Taylor sees an opening, just shot up and in. Defense forgot to cover, and she was going to make them pay. Fowler doing a great job getting the ball out of her own half. Passes off, and that one is going to be a bucket as well. Going the other direction for Foster. Brown loose far side, passes off to Lewis. Wood takes over, back to Lewis. Inside to Taylor, who gets just blocked out of bounds. Great job, and then immediately there is a technical foul. Number 25, Angel Foster. Not sure if she happened to say some sort of comment to the referee, but you don't see a quick automatic technical foul for something like that. So free throws unimpeded, upcoming right now for Taylor. She's good on the first.
She has a 52% free throw.
That's pretty good coming through the first few games. And the second one's good as well. She's definitely helping her percentage out tonight. After the free throws, Asbury is going to keep control. There's that quick inbound and slap out of bounds. And that's probably why she got the technical, was getting up in the face there. Yeah, that's not going to earn you any friends on the court or with the referees as well.
A little bit of attitude from Tennessee.
Just a bit coming alive in that defense, and they are letting it be known verbally as well as physically. Movement forward. Kirby's going to pick up her first foul as soon as she comes onto the court. She quite an imposing physical force there on the floor, but she just moved the bench to set that pick. Gorby back in the game, is taking it up court. Just over 12 minutes remaining in the second half. Fletcher kicks outside. Gorby up and no good, but Asbury able to come up with her with Wood on ball. Fletcher looks inside, back out to Wood. She looks right.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Notice the difference in the plays.
Absolutely, how so?
Well, Asbury is playing more from the outside, where Tennessee's on the inside more compared to the last half, where it was the opposite, where Tennessee's on the outside and Asbury's on the inside. It's completely like they just switched plays.
Absolutely, that's a great way to explain that there. Fowler takes over. She's starting to come alive. She was kind of silent throughout the first half, but now she is awake. She's shouting out the plays. She's making sure that she is heard and seen, especially on the defense as well as offensive ends. Left side shot, no good for the 15-footer. Rebounded again by Wood. Up-court pass is tipped and taken away. Smith on the recovery. He's going to bring it up court. Right side Rector. Shot from just outside the free throw line, no good. Rebound forcefully taken away by Kirby. Done great with her height advantage, but just unable to do anything with it. And Asbury just throws it out of bounds. Just a bit of a miscommunication there.
Asbury frantically looking for control of the ball.
Fowler checks her option, slows it up at top midcourt. Goes right side, receives a pick. Pushes up the key to Rector. Moves to her left, shot. Up, no good. Rebound. Wood skying to get it. She has been a physical force ever since she came in off the bench. Gorby, a little bit of an awkward throw up there. Had some other options. She took it herself, and now she's going to go to the line for two.
if she makes it in. The first shot is good.
She's done great. 5 points on the day so far. She also has 2 assists to add to her total. She does well. That's her specialty, especially is the assist category. Normally 2 per game, and she's matched that here tonight.
Second ball is a miss.
Rebound going into Foster, and she loses possession at the far end after driving all the way down the court. Goes back over to Gorby. She favors that left hand, spins in the lane, looks outside. 3 is no good. Defense not there. Kicked ahead. Speed advantage is going to Asbury, so unable to capitalize on the transition for points. But quick tip out of bounds. Going to remain with Asbury, but that's great defense. Excuse me, Tennessee ball.
There's a sub for Asbury, number 20 going in. Brittany Warren, and number 25 coming out, Alyssa Wood.
Ball tipped out again on the inbound. Stays with Tennessee. And tipped out for a second time in a row. That is great defense by Warren. Not letting the ball even come in for a chance. There's the inbound, the quick shot, and that is good for Pumpier. Gorby takes it left, Warren, back to Gorby. Fletcher from the free throw line off target. Rebounded. Lewis unable to keep track of it. And that one goes over to Tennessee. And as soon as Pumpier picks it up, she is fouled from behind. And Fletcher's going to pick up that foul. She's going to take another look at that one. Great effort, unable to get the handle. Pumpier still comes to the middle of your screen, grabs it, and you're going to see just coming from behind her the reach-in foul. And that's what was called there to put Asbury up to 3 team fouls.
Tennessee's playing aggressive right now.
Absolutely, they came out of the gate and they're ready to play. They're especially going inside. As you mentioned before, there's that double defense. Oh. Lewis just unafraid to go after that one. And losing the handle, but still giving possession to Asbury. Reach-in foul on Foster.
Right now, Asbury's at 65% on free throws compared to Temple at 45%. We'll see if Asbury takes the advantage.
Absolutely.
And a sub from Tennessee, number 12, Woodward, went in with 21, Purvis.
Purvis back on the floor means that they're going to start shooting and shooting often. She's definitely been the mainstay of their offense. Everything flowing through her. She sits on 17 points. Coming up to the top, Purvis. Ball is lost, but then recollected inside and put in easily by Rector. Kicked up far side, Gorby stands behind the 3-line, lines it up, and just gets it tipped on the shot, so she's unable to capitalize on that one. Full court pass all the way down. Foster collects it, brings it back out. Rector on top, looks right side, sees the opening. 3 is no good. Ball collected on the far side. Stickland getting some early minutes here. Quick off the glass, no good. Turn jumper, no good as well. Bit of bumper cars on the inside. Asbury's going to pick up the foul, and it's going to be Tennessee ball. Substitutions.
Asbury's substitutions is number 21, Whiteside, and number 5, Lewis, was taken out. Whiteside, who's a sophomore, at 6'1", so we'll see if her height will give us an advantage.
Sure, in this type of game, when it's this close, every rebound is going to be helping. Kicked on the inside, and easy up and under. Somehow rolls off the end of the rim. Foster unlucky on the inside. Asbury transitions the other direction. Fade away, no, from the sideline. That was a nifty move by Fletcher, just unable to get it to drop. Bree Smith takes it the other direction. She stutter steps, goes inside, and travels. Can't quite come to a good stop. See immediately, Whiteside was on defense for that one on the inside, and I think they're going to be relying her on this last 8 minutes of the game to really hold on to their 5-point advantage.
Another sub for Asbury, number 10, Stickland was taken out for number 2. Taylor is now in.
Exactly, and that means there's going to be a lot more ball control on the outside. They're going for those crushing blows. Whiteside looks in. Taylor tries to go for the reverse, but has it knocked out of her hands, and Tennessee is going to take over. A little bit of a friendly disagreement there from the coaching staff. But Gorby takes a steal inside, puts the bucket in, no problem. Did a quick change of pace, and just that, this 5-point lead that seems so tight and suffocating. And quick timeout there by Tennessee so that they retain possession. Gonna take another look at this. Quick steal by Gorby, turned around and left-handed layup off the glass. That was sweet movement on the inside.
I think the girls are starting to feel the heat, and I feel like the coach is starting to think that he needs to change his tactics a little bit, but the girls are starting to play a little bit better.
Absolutely, night and day from the first half to the second half. This one has been all Asbury early in the first 5-10 minutes, and then completely flipped around for Tennessee to claw back in. Now we find ourselves with only a 7-point game, but it feels so much closer than 7 points right now.
I know, especially with the aggression that Tennessee is giving us, and especially a little bit of attitude coming from them. So we'll see how Asbury takes that.
And it seems like every single person on Tennessee's roster has gotten some minutes so far, and even more so, some have pretty much contributed.
With Tennessee having smaller team, we'll see if some of their energy might blow out a little bit and see if Asbury can take advantage of that as well.
Coming up on the next part of the action. About 7.5 minutes remaining. 7-point advantage for Asbury, 62-55. Fowler, who seems like she is always on the ball this entire game, calls out yet another play, seeing where the opening is going to be coming from. Quick shot on the outside. No good for Purvis, but she's going to go to the foul line as Fletcher picks up her 3rd foul of the game. And doing some brief floor waxing to take care to make sure that no one's tripping down is Rector. Here's that last replay, so you can kind of, just see the tail end of that one. You saw the shot off, Ken. First shot is no good. Second one upcoming.
Second shot is in. That puts Asbury from 62 and Tennessee at 55.
Third shot of that foul on the 3-point shot is good. Got 2 out of 3. Gorby brings it down court. Quick loop for Fletcher, but forgets the dribble and just keeps the travel going there. Turns it over to Tennessee. Taylor's going to defend this inbound. Quick ball up court, gets it knocked out of her hands, but it goes directly to her teammate, and somehow that one trickles in for Rector. About 6 feet out. She's been left open on the inside way too many times for them to feel like she's not a threat. Gorby moves left side. Looks like she keeps wanting to take that 3 shot, but not able to. Whiteside collects it, moves it. Warren driving floater, no good, but Whiteside there for the rebound and putback. That's 2 points for Asbury. Lead back out to 4. Spin move, outside, 3 is good for Purvis.
She's on fire tonight with those 3-pointers.
Absolutely, so hard to defend her. She is up to 20 points.
See if Asbury can come back from that.
Absolutely, Whiteside kicks it. She still looks like she's getting the opening on the inside. Outside to Taylor. Tries to match 3 for 3 and unable to do so. Ball comes into the hands of Rector. She comes coast to coast looking for her own shot. Good from the baseline, and there's your 1-point lead. Gorby getting some information from the sidelines. Whiteside comes out for this one.
5 minutes and 40 seconds left. That should give us enough time to make a change.
Absolutely. There's the timeout. And there's the upset coach. He's making sure that everything's going. There's the intensity in the huddle that we were all waiting for. These coaches on opposite ends are definitely no strangers to controversy. Price himself, he's been in these situations as a player. He's getting his feet wet as a coach on the collegiate level for the first time. He coached high school last year. But now he's just encouraging them to think, to move forward, and not make mental mistakes.
Oh, yes. And it also depends upon the coach and the team players, how well they collaborate together, too.
Absolutely. Well, after that timeout, things are neck and neck. Taylor takes a quick inbound. Moves to her right, stutter steps, looks outside to Gorby. Finds the opening on the left side, unable to get it to drop, but right side's there. Gorby on the inside, and that's a blocking foul. Gorby's gonna go to the line to shoot 2. And that foul is on Fowler, her 4th. So we come up towards the very last couple minutes of this game, you start to look at who has the fouls, who is sitting on 3 or 4 and getting awkwardly close to fouling out. Fowler has 1 more to give before she is gone. And ties it up at 65.
Asbury now at 62% and Tennessee at 57% in their free throw.
Second shot is good for Gorby. Asbury back on top by 1. Quick movement down the floor. That was excellent effort. Goes out of bounds. She's going to stay with Tennessee. Harlan hasn't had too many minutes this evening, but she came through in a big way to tip that one out of bounds. Long inbound. Purvis looking to drop another 3-pointer. Right, left, driving in the lane, looks to hand off, but no one there. Fade away. Bunkers turned around. She's surprised just as much as everyone else that that one went in. This game has definitely turned into a seesaw affair that should be appreciated for what it is. Taylor. Too quick for the defense, and she's fouled as she tries to round the corner. She's going to go to the line for a 1-and-1.
Taylor only has a 43% in free throws. First basket is in. Second one is in. Gives Asbury an advantage.
2 very important free throws with just under 5 minutes remaining. Asbury up by 1, 68-67. Ball brought up court by Rector. She's looking for an opening. That defense is not going to give an inch, and that goes off of Rector's foot. She just dribbled out of bounds. frustrating mental mistakes there. And full court press. Backed off by Tennessee. Warren looking inside. And another blocking foul along the lane as Warren's going to go to the line and shoot two now that we're in double bonus for Asbury. Purvis picks up her third foul. I know we mentioned it before, but Purvis has done an excellent job tonight. Been all over the floor, shooting from everywhere. She's sitting on 23 points. That's the game high. Done a great job.
We also have to keep an eye on Taylor, too, with 19 points. She's been working it today, too.
She has been. I think every time we talk about Asbury on the offensive side, she's the name that comes up more than anyone else.
Oh, exactly.
Goes for the steal, ends up missing everything, leaving them. And with a 3-on-1 advantage somehow. Walks on the far side. Rector called for the travel, and it is going back to Asbury. Gorby brings it up court. Working the far side. Calls the play, Taylor on the pick. Step back three, still no good.
Lane from the outside there.
Saw Wood on that one for the rebound foul. On the inbound pump here. Great give and go to give her some space to work with against a full court press. Rector passes it up, and the pass is no good as two Tennessee players run into each other. But somehow that's going to be a foul against Asbury. Going to see if we can find out more information on the replay there. Guess that didn't really help as much as we would have hoped on that one. So it just looks like they ran into each other, but referees have different angles there on the court than we do here. Ours are just in HD. Pump your on her free throws.
And the first one's in. See if she gets the second one. This is a disadvantage for Asbury. Let's see if they can step it up. The second one's in too. Asbury now at 69, Tennessee at 67. With only 3-4 minutes to go. My apologies, 69 to 69, so we are tied.
Great run around the outside. She's fouled on the layup, and now Warren's going to go to the line for two.
First basket is good by Warren. And the second one goes in.
Coaches freak out so much about free throws because that is where games are won or lost, especially in the final minutes of a game. So it's always comforting to see your team make these shots.
And that's also where you find most of the fouls at, too.
Exactly. Great play inside. Whiteside somehow able to come up with that rebound on the inside. That was a great matchup. Ball is taken coast to coast quickly by Warren. Quick lay-in on the inside, no good. Rebound comes up by Foster. She's able to lay it to the outside pump here. Backs out of the drive. Looks for an opportunity. Goes baseline. Underneath. Somehow able to put that one in off the glass, and she's going to go to the line for one free throw. Wood picks up her third foul. shot is no good. Rebounded by Wood. Brought the other direction. Moves past the defense. And the quick shot, no good off the glass. Here comes Tennessee. Transition, no good on the lay-in. Taylor with the recovery.
Fighting for that ball.
Fight for the ball, gonna be a jump. Possession arrow says Tennessee. Just under 3 minutes remaining, everything tied up at 71. This game is definitely gonna come down to the wire. There you see, just goes off the foot of the defender, rolls toward the out of bounds line.
I really think it's gonna come down to free throws tonight.
Absolutely. Pumpier on the ball, trying to find open space against Taylor defense. Quick spin in the lane, kick out. Smith looking for options. Fights through the pick somehow. Rebound, it is good. Tennessee takes the easy lay-in from Rector, and now she's gonna go to the line and shoot. Warren picks up her first foul. She's going to take a seat on the bench. As Fletcher comes in to give her a rest.
2 minutes and 30 seconds down. I don't know if Asbury's going to make it or not.
Definitely going to come down to the wire for this one. Gorby on point. Moves it left side. Just changed up the defense there. Whiteside, quick lay-in and one. She's going to go to the line. And with that one, looks like Foster has now fouled out. See if we get another replay from a different angle. Yes, just takes down the right arm. And Whiteside as she goes up for that lay-in. Having a few different conversations around the court.
Referee's talking with Asbury's coach, Jason Price, who doesn't look too happy. It is coming down to the wire.
And with that, Angel Foster is going to head to the locker room. Not even going to finish out this game on the bench. She is done for the day. So taking these final shots, Gorby. That shot is good. So apparently that was a second technical foul. It was not just a fouling out on her aspect. That's why she was asked to leave the bench area, not wait around here. Second free throw for Gorby is good. As with technical fouls, you get possession of the ball. So as the last play results in a free throw, we're going to pick up there. 2:17 remaining. Asbury with a 1-point advantage, 75-74 over Tennessee Temple.
Number 21, Whiteside.
With her one-handed free throw technique, not falling for her right now. Intercepted this time, going the other direction, played ahead, and just a step too far out of bounds. Great look by Wood, but that was just not coming down inbounds there.
That could cost Asbury tonight.
Absolutely. You understand the excitement of those fast breaks, but you got to be smart about it. On ball, looking for space.
Asbury might be getting a little bit too excited.
As you just mentioned, that excitement leads to silly mistakes, and one of those is fouling unnecessarily. Now both teams find themselves in double bonus. That means it's all 2 free throws from here on out, with just under 2 minutes remaining. And going to the line right now is Pumpier.
She's been shooting very well tonight.
Absolutely. Punker has been doing quite well. She sits on 10 points and 4 rebounds.
And her first basket just made it in.
Second upcoming. And that one is good as well. 1 point lead goes back to Tennessee. Dorby eyes the coach, checks her play, moves left side, sees her opening, moving right is Wood. Back to Taylor at the top. And quick push on the inside. Purvis picks up her 4th foul.
She has been playing tough tonight. Coaches look like they're debating.
Absolutely. A little difficult to know who to, I guess with a minute 40 remaining, you gotta leave all your players in. Even if they have 4 fouls.
Taylor, the free throw, and her first basket is good.
Ties it up at 76.
That's where he needs it.
And that one's gonna be a foul.
The crowd is excited too.
Amanda Rector just trying to get some space for her teammate to work with and ends up fouling. Giving Asbury some more free throws to work with. Well, that no free throw looks like she's going to be an outbound from underneath the hoop. Gorby on the inbound.
Subbing, taking Pump Beauty out for Smith.
And with that quick lay-in, Taylor adds to Asbury's lead, puts them up by 3. Rector brings it down court, gets into trouble, but she finds a way out of it. Quick toss around, great passing around the perimeter, just unlucky out. And that one is going to go out of bounds. Asbury ball under their own hoop with 1:19 remaining. 3-point lead, 79-76. Ball inbound by Taylor. Goes to Wood. She comes up court. Real nice, smooth. Finds the defense. Fights off a defender. Looks for help. Finds it with Whiteside. Back inside, and she is fouled as she goes for the layup. 2 shots upcoming for Wood.
This is what I was saying. It all comes down to fouls.
Absolutely. Always fouls, foul shots, making sure that your players are not in trouble. The other teams are, and converting on your attempts. That is yet another player for Tennessee with 4 fouls right now.
That is Wood, and she misses her first basket.
Right now there are 4 players on Tennessee's roster hanging on 4 fouls. Second shot no good either. Quick movement over the lane. Just out of bounds off the fingertips of Dukes, and that one is going the other direction. Inbound. Into the hands of Wood. She looks for space. Quick crossover. And Bree Smith is going to pick up her final foul, and she is done for the night. That's the 2nd player for Tennessee to foul out this evening. And Wood goes to the line for her shots.
Tennessee sending
Get this shot.
number 12, Woodward in, who's a freshman.
First shot up and good.
This is the kind of advantage that Asbury needed.
Second shot no good, but somehow she gets her own rebound and puts it in for two. Nice work underneath by Wood to get it in there. Storming down the other direction is Rector. She favors that right hand, trying to get the edge. And timeout by Tennessee. We're going to talk this one over with 47 seconds left on the clock, and Asbury enjoying an 82-76 advantage. Great scrum underneath there. Effort puts that agile move together, and that's just a few more points going Wood's way. Excellent effort after the free throw.
Tennessee is now at 65% and Asbury 68% for their free throws.
So this second half especially, are there any players that really stuck out to you as stepping up to the next level?
You know, as far as Tennessee, I felt like Purvis was coming into the game with her three-pointers. They didn't necessarily work out, I think, like Tennessee had expected. As far as Asbury, Taylor's been working very well, and number 11, which is Brown, I mean, they've all been playing very well. They're starting to get control of the ball in this last seconds of the game, especially with the fouls. Like I said before, it comes down to the fouls as far as who's going to get those points.
It has definitely been a dogfight. You mentioned it yourself. The fouls are going to play a huge difference coming through. You've already had two players from Tennessee foul out of the game. And right now, Kristen Fowler, their main point guard, is sitting on 4 fouls. And additionally, Purvis, their point mastermind that has done so much for the team so far, the second half especially, is sitting on 4 fouls.
I'm also interested in watching Taylor. She's been a big player in this game as the leader scorer at 23. So it's pretty even with Tennessee.
Exactly. On the inbound, Woodard looking for space, hands it to Rector. Rector underneath, no good. Goes to Wood. She passes to Kylie. Looks wide. Wood. Looks like attempted intentional foul there. And gonna pick it up. And that's it for Purvis. She is done. Great offensive effort, but just not enough there to take home the extra part.
Tennessee is
Kylie Gorby stepping up to the free throw line for her pair now. 29 seconds left on the clock.
She makes it in.
It's good effort. She's all business there on the floor, not looking at anything else besides that rim.
And her second basket's in.
Great effort there.
That puts Tennessee at 76, Asbury at 84.
And another timeout along the near side. Tennessee takes it. 22 seconds on the clock, and we want to remind you, if you're watching us right now, we have more action coming up. As soon as the final whistle blows, it'll be a few moments of recap, and then we'll head down to the sideline for our own Abby Witt to give us more info there and let us know what is happening along for the rest of this night. And coming up after that is the men's game this evening. So they're looking to do their own damage and try to match their skills to see if they can have a win. And we'll see how this one finishes out here for the ladies.
Looks like the coach is ready to go.
And the women's team comes back out onto the floor. Waiting for Tennessee on their half. We'll do a quick thank you once again for the production staff here at Asbury Communications. They've done a great job getting this one together, and get a chance to be here in the stands. Much great environment. The stands are full right now, and it is bumping. Definitely want to encourage you to come by and check it out if you can. Taking left side, pump here. Step back three, no good. Misses everything. Quick rebound and hand it out. Great job on the strip by Fowler, but unable to handle it as the ball goes out of bounds, and Asbury's on top of it. Ten seconds left, and Asbury enjoying their 8-point lead. Taylor's going to inbound. Goes to Gorby. And that is the game as the slow clap continues. Fletcher holds on to it for the final second, and that is your final score. Asbury 84, Tennessee 76. Hard-fought battle all the way down to the wire. Definitely back and forth. You never would have guessed from the first half this is what is going to be your second half.
Oh, I know. You know, Asbury was able to adapt and play from the inside and outside, it seemed like at the very end, where, you know, Tennessee, they're mostly known for the outside, but they were able to drive some balls in from the inside. It was a really close game whenever we was at a minute. So Asbury was able to come back and pick up the ball.
Asbury did do an excellent job, especially moving around the court in different ways. You look at the turnovers from the first half to the second half. Asbury had 17 first half turnovers, but somehow worked that down to only 11 turnovers the second half. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, Tennessee had 16 first half, 14 second half. It was just a very sloppy game as much as was tried to be around. But they were able to come back and do some damage on this half.
You know, like we said before, everything came down to the fouls at the end, with Tennessee had 27, Asbury only at 20. So, you know, there's a big difference there, which could cause you to game. Tennessee lost 3 of their players because of fouls, and, you know, whenever you lose your best players, that can change a whole entire game.
That is exactly true. And another point is that from beyond the arc, we mentioned this in the first half, both teams were shooting extremely poorly, and that continued in the second half, where they were about 20% on the day for Asbury, and that was the best as you could hope for. Both teams were shooting, but not well.
Well, we are going to now go to the side court with Abby Witt.
I'm Abby Witt, joined with Coach Jason Price. Coach, you just played Eastern Kentucky University earlier in the week. What do you feel your team learned in that game?
Well, I think it gives us a good test and to see that we won't play a team the rest of the year that's as talented as EKU. We were able to battle. We played really well for one half and weren't able to continue that the second half. But it's a learning experience playing against better players, a better team, and it's an opportunity to challenge ourselves and see what our level is.
Also, you're all coming back tomorrow, same place. What are you hoping to take into that game?
Well, we always want to take intensity, all right? That's the way we play. We play with a pace and an intensity that we want to wear down the other team. We have a lot of good players on the team, and we're able to play a lot of players to get that result. So that's always what we do, focus on intensity.
Thank you, Coach. Good job on the win and good luck tomorrow. Now, I'm joined with Khalid Whiteside, a sophomore here at Asbury, and definitely one of the big factors in the second half. Right a little over 2 minutes left in the game, you hit a pretty big shot, and then some free throws that came with it that changed the momentum of the game. What was going through your head?
I was just thinking that it's really important at the time for us to keep going and keep pushing through, because it's our game, it's our house. It's important we keep our energy up.
Well, tomorrow you guys are coming back at it. What are you hoping to improve on in that game?
Less fouls. And I think we just need to work on keeping our mental focus there the whole time, because there are a couple times to get away from it.
Well, congratulations on the win and good luck tomorrow. Back to you, Aaron.
Thank you very much, Abby. As always, appreciated that you are here getting us the great sideline duties. You've earned your paycheck tonight. Just a quick recap here. You saw it, you heard it, you got to enjoy all of those moments of goodness. Any final thoughts from tonight's game?
You know, I feel like the girls played well tonight. You know, they were able to change their plays and to be able to go against Tennessee. It's going to be interesting to see how they adapt for their next game and see what they improve upon. Like Whiteside said, you know, they need to try to get less fouls. So we'll see if that improves on the next time that we see them play. So it's going to be interesting.
Absolutely. At the end of that one, Asbury moves to 7-1 on the season. Tennessee moves to 3-4. Two different trajectories for these two different teams. And next up, you can expect to see Asbury back in action tomorrow against Berea College at 4 p.m. right here for more of your visual goodness. I am Aaron Bond. Next to me is Sam Hack. Just want to say thank you very much for joining us this evening, and we hope you enjoy your night.
Thank you.